First of all, going through analyzing the common interface controls, we have 6 icons starting with the application navigator on the left. Then we have favorite section. Then we have task, notifications, reports, and settings. You can log into the application by accessing the link and entering the credentials. Second, in order to get the knowledge about the environment related to any, like what the application is about, or you need any help, like if you are stuck somewhere, you can use this function. About application will show you which version you are using. Like currently we are on to the version 19, so any documentation related to this environment you have to must go through of the version 19 only. You can follow the previous one also, but mostly recommended is to go according to the latest version. If you are stuck somewhere and you are not able to find related to anything here, then you can use Control Alt H in order to get the help regarding this environment. It has covered almost in each and every aspect that a user faces, depending on the user case module, which we will be discussing given on the left. Further, if I move on to the discuss about the icons that are displayed on the left, are further starting with the application navigator, then is favorites, task, notifications, reports, settings. Navigation area gives you the overall idea where you can go for each and every respective thing in the environment. Favorite section helps you to mark your favorite items, or the things you are frequently working on. For example, if you're working on replenishment, you can mark it as over favorite over here, and you can directly access that link over here. And if you're working on the application data administration, in order to view the data from the backend using the SQL queries, you can directly mark application navigator here instead of going to tasks, application navigator, data viewer. So performing these processes again and again, you can frequently easily mark this as your favorite, and then you can directly access it from the favorites tab. Third is the task. Task is defined as a set of links to a series of task load organized in a specific sequence to accomplish a business process or procedure. These tasks have been enumerated chronologically. Like if you want to start with the retail process, you have to first create a supplier, then you have to create an item, do an item raising, create a PO, then receive that PO, then do invoicing, and then send it to stock ledger for invoice matching. Then all these transactions happening between retail and finance are reconciled with the help of AP, AR, and GL modules, which is a very long procedure. Then we have the fourth tab, which is notifications. So any information related to this environment will be displayed over here. Even minute to minute things related to update, or if you have done, if the user has done any sort of changes, any sort of updates, or from the backend, or any sort of changes in the configuration will be displayed over here. Also, you can filter it by time period, type, severity, means whether it is critical, important, or normal. You can also further filter it by the type request related to items, POs, cost, or any import data management, or any other stock related ledger. And the time period would be like today, yesterday, last 7 days, last 14 days, and older. Older would be covering about 1 year. Then there is group by function. Here you can group the data according to the foundation, according to the series mentioned in the foundation data, starting with the department, class, subclass, location, supplier, performance, brand, type, additional information. Moving on further, you can use this group by as an additional information, means you can apply and reset your groupings based on the notification section. Then is the functionality of the reports. Reports gives you the idea in order to interpret the data and give the opinion to the stakeholders, like what opinion they want to frame or what things they want to analyze. Like if I go through the orders report, order details, this report will give me an idea like how the things are being managed from the PO's perspective. This purchase order report will help me to analyze the matched and the unmatched POs, means the POs which have been created, received, and shipped already will be considered as closed POs. On the other hand, the POs which have been created, not received, not shipped will be considered as open POs and will be part of the TWG, will be part of the matching report for the client. Then we can set certain preferences to the environment by using the settings function. Here, by logging through your login credentials, Control Alt E, preferences, you can set the preferences according to language, regional, accessibility. Moving on further, for the regional, you can set your territory, you can set the date format, you can set the time, number format either in the form of decimals or you have to round off the data. Then you can set the time zone, the data you are working in. Moving on further, for the language one, you can currently set your default language and the current session, like the current place you are residing in. Third preference can be set is regarding accessibility. Mostly it is in default, standard, and medium. Means screen reader mode, you want the high resolution or medium resolution, you can save and get back the settings. Now the table menu option has action, delete, view. So if we go on any item, create, for example, as here you can see the search and the actions view icon over here. Action menu and icons help you to understand about the different actions you can do regarding a particular entry in that table. Depending upon the nature of the table, these actions can be add, view, delete, or edit. If the things would be in editable mode, it would be in the worksheet status. And if the actions are in the create and have been submitted, then the transaction, then all the respective data will be in approved status. Moving on further, we have add icon. Then we have edit, in which we can make changes regarding any deal component. Then we have delete icon, which we can, if that data does not corresponding to my working area, then I can delete it. Export function is also there. You can move and wrap text to your data. Second is view menu. View menu helps you to analyze the data by column wise, sort the data, query by example, detach or sort. These functions helps you to analyze the data from each and every filtration perspective and your usage perspective. Other icons are like help icon, expand and collapse, give you a grid view, or you can expand and have a look over the data into a detailed one. Status action button gives you the status of the transaction that you are working in. If you are still working on that particular data object and you are making changes, then it will be in worksheet status. On the other hand, if you have created, submitted, and that transaction is approved, then it would be in approved status. Means if the thing has been approved, you can further make changes, but it would be appearing to all, and it would be also notified in the notifications tab. Searching for an entity. The search functions helps us to analyze, like if we are not having command of the environment and we are still into the learning stages, and we by learning the short keywords can search over the data. If I go, for example, if I go to the task pane and if I want to search for orders, purchase orders, then I would be simply typing order and it would be giving us a drop down whether you want to create, manage, or create a direct to store distribution order. Like when anything related to orders will be appearing in the search menu. So if you can add anything, like if I type orders, uh, clicked on manage order, by simply clicking on search you will get all the POs that have been created. Since you can see the status that we had a look over ago, it is an approved status and some are in closed status. The ones which are in approved status are called as open POs, means these purchase orders have been created but still they have not been received or shipped. On the other hand, which are the closed POs are created, received, shipped, received on the same date only. The search icon helps you to get the data either on the basis of detail type, vendor type, related to any particular item. You can also filter the data on the basis of location type, class, department, region, or any aspect of the foundation data. You can also create your personalized save search, which describes like the filters. You suppose you are working on the PO item location combination, and while searching that data, gives you the supplier details also, and on the other hand, it gives you the means if we consider the PO at a header level, you would not be getting the item details overhead. But you, since you are looking for the PO item location combination into the environment, you can customize your search by enabling order, item, and this location type. Like this order, item, and this location type, and then you can click on search. Then you will get the respective data for that particular fields. Means you can personalize your saved search depending upon the data that you are analyzing. So this was for today. Next we would be covering for items. Okay.